Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a discussion between hip-hop experts, and as expected, the topic of Eminem drew out some of the most ludicrous takes I've heard in years, but Royce and Just Blaze among others were the voice of reason in a discussion to throw out Eminem from the culture. And at the latter part of the video we'll be exploring where Snoop looks to be at right now with Eminem. Before we dive in, people around the world got a scare a couple of hours ago from news related to Dr. Dre's health that had people sending their prayers, and it amassed over 200,000 posts on Twitter, and this was from poll around that time. Everybody join me in wishing Dre a speedy recovery. I know he will be back very soon, and the good news is that he's doing much better right now, as he's updated people on IG adding that he'll be back home soon, and even LL added Dre is recovering nicely, so all is well so far. As we dive in, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at eatylifestyle_web. On this channel, I often talk about how there's people that have been pressed about Eminem for over 20 years now, and that holding up that much salt must be unhealthy. It's over 2 decades, bruh. And 2021 just started, and we have our first example. The app Clubhouse blew up in December, I believe, but apparently, it means now let anyone into the club. No checks at the door, none of that. And in a group discussion with the likes of Royce, Page Kennedy, Just Blaze, among others, the discussion about Eminem reached this point.
You know what I mean? That's really it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't understand what Dave and Benzino want the culture to do. What do y'all want us to do? Like, y'all want us to throw him in the fire, throw him away? Like, the dude he's a major contributor.
Benzino, that's what I want. I want y'all to do that.
Yeah, all right,
cool. This.
Nah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening.
Because with him, I think what happens on a larger scale, on a more grandiose scale in Black culture, he's holding up a space. He's taking up space. That and like I said, Rich, I'm not just saying this because you're here. I said yesterday, I've said this in many a podcast. If this is not here taking up space, I think you get that credit.
Now, before I get to Royce and Just Blaze's responses, if you were on Twitter, fans got Eminem to trend a couple of hours ago in some countries, along with the hashtag #RespectEminem, and I believe the trend was linked to the Eminem disrespect that's been ramped up recently, including the recent group discussion of throwing him out, as even those that are not fans of the rapper found it appalling that there's people linked to hip-hop that have opinions like that. I'd agree that these are the people that need to be thrown out of the culture, but then again, you have to be relevant enough for people to care to throw you out in the first place. And this is how Royce and Just Blaze handled it after those words were spoken.
Taking up space, I think you get that credit.
I disagree, my brother.
What space is he really taking? He puts out one album a year and disappears.
Now, we talk about
what space is he taking?
Don't do that.
What you saying is just your opinion, brother. Like that's the reason why. It's like it's hard for us to come to a general consensus on that because that's just how you feel. That's your opinion. You know what I mean? Like, you may look at his involvement with G Unit like. You got to remember, bro, all of the labels were scared to get in bed with 50 from a business perspective. Like, Dre and M decided, man, what everybody talking about. I know this nigga got beef, but we're about to sign him because we think that he'll be great for the culture. He'll be big. And 50 went on to create other millionaires and create other spaces. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, he signed Slaughterhouse, he signed Griselda. All of these things are just, to me, their contributions, whether they hit on a certain level or not. These are attempts for culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm talking about. I don't understand. If you take that away, then you're taking away pieces of history of culture.
And someone asked Crook about his thoughts on the drama. My bro, your thoughts on the Clubhouse crap. To which Crook responds, I left the room before it got spicy because I was in the booth. And we have to give it up to Royce, Just Blaze, and others that had the patience to listen to that dumpster juice of an opinion. Crook also added, friendship aside, M is the walking embodiment of an MC, and some people thought it was time to revisit 50's take on the Eminem hate within the industry.
Hip-hop is black music, without question. And unfortunately for some people, it's tough to accept that you got a white artist that does it better than black artists. It is what it is.
The divide Crook talked about in that previous video I covered holds water so far, and here's a reaction to the whole thing on Twitter. Grown men having entire conversations about Eminem on Clubhouse trying to remove him from the culture because they feel threatened is sad and pathetic. That man lives rent-free and minds his business, puts his music out and pays homage. He's been here for 20 plus years and earned his spot. And another user expands on Twitter. As an Eminem fan, I've never been this sad, man. They really hate him for no apparent reason, and it's starting to get to me. Really? No apparent reason?
Unfortunately, for some people, it's tough to accept.
And I would add that there's nothing to be sad about. More people outing themselves is actually a good thing. An open enemy is better than a false friend. And this leads us to our next point. Snoop Dogg, like the last time, looks to be flip-flopping again in relation to Eminem, and he started dropping positive posts about M. The last time, after stating he could do without Eminem's music, he went on a run, sharing positive posts of Eminem hanging with the legends, and even positive videos of him speaking on Eminem, and this time he's following the same pattern. He shared this on IG, a post about Dr. Dre talking about how Eminem wrote Forgot About Dre for him and Snoop, and following the news about Dre's health, he shared a video of the squad and Eminem performing at Coachella, and that attracted responses like this: "You and M better get your ish together now, for Dre's sake," to which another user adds, "Things like this should make you put beef with Eminem away." The user responds to that with, "That's why he posted it." And with these recent posts, the tide is turning. Comment below, thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.